Hey guys, Nick here from Velocity Trading, and in this video, I'm going to be recapping my day today. I made over $2,000 today, on two trades, starting off the month of February with a bang. So I'm happy to have some nice setups today under my belt. Had some solid trades, and gonna get into this recap. Before I do that, if you guys are interested in trying out a free trial, we're offering a 7-day free trial on our website at velocitytrading.com. Links down below in the description. Come check us out. Alright, so let's dive into this recap here. Let me pull over my execution charts here, show you guys where I was getting in here on ARTL. Alright, here we go on ARTL. The green hours are my executions, my buys. The red hours are my sells. So you guys can see here scaling in right around this $3 mark. See scaling some here $3, right around this 310, and then another one we got a dip here below $3. Selling some into the pops here right around 325, and the rest at this 350 area. Accidentally had a little bit of an error there. Accidentally shorted. I reserved a few shares, shorted, but I covered up really quickly, so it wasn't bad. I think I lost like 20 bucks on that accidental short. All right, let's see. Why did I get into ARTL, guys? What was going on here, right? So this was a day one low float stock, with a catalyst. Did have news here on ARTL. You guys could see here. It was 2 million float stock, held by insiders 25%. So right around that number we like. We like to see insiders, institutional ownership held 30% or higher. So it was right in that range there on ARTL. What else were we doing? That was worth noting here on ARTL. We're trading its all-time high volume. ARTL. If you guys look at the daily chart here, I mean, look at this, guys. It doesn't even trade some volume certain days. So when I see this thing, trading, 3, 4, 500,000 shares in the pre-market, it's a super thin name. It doesn't need much volume to run. That draws my interest, and I was waiting patiently here for an area to get long. So you could see starting off pretty light on the volume. Saw some bidders stepping in here too. I wasn't really interested until I really started to see things starting to base right around this $3 area on ARTL. So you could see we ramped up here. Got this little pullback. Spat on up on volume. You can see here 30K volume bar on the 1 minute. When we started to base around 3, I started to scale in a little bit here, scale it on that dip, buying a little bit more, and then selling into 325s here on ARLT. For me, this was a good quality pre-market long setups. I love longing in the pre-market. A lot of my longs do come from pre-market. Wouldn't say most of my longs come, but a good majority of my longs do come from my pre-market long setup. And ARTL was a solid pre-market long. No really complaints on this trade. I did sell a little bit early, on ARLT. I wanted 350 first target, but I did sell a little early here, and I'm fine with that. This is a rule I have in place. I don't like holding, a big position or a majority of my position to the open. Why? Because it gets unpredictable at open, right? I mean, a lot of motion at the bell. Stocks are hard to predict out of the open, so I was perfectly fine with me having a little bit of a safety sell around 325, locking in 2,000 shares. I was perfectly fine with that, and then saving the rest of my 1,000 in case we did get this move. And I did happen to sell here at 350. Yes, it did hit 440. But I'm perfectly fine. I was being a smart trader. I was being disciplined. It gets unpredictable out of the bell. I mean, this thing could have easily tanked out of the open. We need to let more chart develop, more chart form before we can really make an assumption on where it's going to go next, right? So, I'm perfectly fine with my decision here on, selling a little bit here, safety sell, and then selling the rest of my first target. And I made a total of 800 bucks on ARTL. I'll show you guys my P&L right here. You guys can see 800 bucks there on ARTL. Right, so that was a trade on ARTL. Solid trade. You can see out of the gates. Just had fail follow through momentum, right? Price action volume just wasn't here out of the gates. Putting in lower highs each time we got over 4. It had a lot of trouble reclaiming that $4 area. Big seller here on the tape. You see lower high, and that's continuing to fade on out here on ARTL. All right, so that was the deal with that one. Next was CPAH. Excuse me, CPHI. Right, so CPHI, guys, I actually had this on watch last night before it even had this little gap. Every night, every night, I go through Finvis screener and I look through hundreds of charts, guys, hundreds of charts, and I may only find 2, 3, or 4 good ones, right? And CPHI was one of the good ones that I found. I mean, we talk about this in the room, guys. These wicks, these lower wicks, these are soaking wicks. someone's buying these dips, right? Someone's buying these dips, putting in higher lows with these type of wicks. That draws my interest, right? This draws my interest. So I had it on watch last night, into this morning, so I had a little gap up, and I was scaling in here low on this one on CPHI. Let me pull up my execution chart here. A little hard to see it, but you guys can see my green hour right there. Wasn't able to size in crazy, still very light here. But you can see, guys, I was scaling in this with the idea of, holding this for a few days, right? Letting this pan out. But this happened to me a few times recently now that my swing ideas are turning into, day trade. So, yeah, so I got in there, right around this, this 50-cent area, 53 cents. And you guys see, oops, I pulled away the charts. You guys can see here my red arrows. I'm selling here at 70 cents and selling it all the way as high as 90%. I'm not great at math, guys, but 50 to 90 cents, that's almost 100% move. Guys, you see the opportunity on these small cap plays. And I think I had 5,000 shares on that one, I believe. So, you don't even need that much money to make, a large return, right? So, incredible opportunity here on CPHI. Just a swing idea, looking at the daily chart, noticing the wicks, seeing the ascending triangle pattern form, the higher lows, and, just riding it on out here on CPHI. So this one was a fantastic trade for myself. Wasn't able to size in, like I said, as much as I wanted to, but still, regardless, still a solid winner for me. I'll take it there on CPHI. All right, next, I just wanted to go over one more. I didn't trade it, but, we had an idea in the room on it. It was, over on BEIMI, over on BEIMI. Let me actually pull over my watch list from the morning on it. And I'll show you guys, what I wrote here on BEIMI. This is from our Discord chat. You can see, BEIMI. I said this is what I saw on Friday. One that probably should have died, but it stayed alive. The tapes was supporting the dips, was really snatching up some nice offers on Friday, and it closed strong. What do we know about stocks that close strong, guys? Stocks that close strong tend to have a follow through momentum the follow day, and you can see BEIMI had a nice gap up. Yes, it did retrace, but I did point out in the room that, guys, I don't think BEIMI is dead here. They like to make it look dead, but it was still I still like to hold it at that bottom support line and rip it back on up just to trap some shorts, fuel some more shorts for the rip on up, right? So when I see this type of choppy price action on a former runner like this, draws my interest. So I was saying, watch for continued momentum, watch for a weak open for dips, and if it stayed heavy and pulled support, just a no trade, right? And that's exactly what we did here, guys. First, let me show you just a quick action from Friday, so you guys can see the action from Friday. Had a gap up, and you can see they dumped it all the way back on down here on BEIMI, making it look like it's dead, right? Making it look like it's dead, pulled the support, and then I think they dropped the PR. You could tell, once I saw that PR, definitely kind of, make an assumption that there's definitely some sort of agenda here, right? Back-to-back PRs, that's a little sketchy, right? So you can see here we got a weak open here, and once again, these dips supporting, putting in some higher lows, and we got a beautiful rip on up here on BEIMI. This was just the perfect call out on BEIMI off the weak opens. I didn't get involved with it. I know you guys are saying, "Oh, Nick, you didn't even get involved with it." I'm not gonna be able to catch every single play on my watch list, right? I was focused on CPHI, ARTL, so perfectly fine. I'm not gonna catch every single trade, guys. You got to be perfectly okay with that, right? And this was a case today where I didn't catch BEIMI, but I had the game plan laid out on it. And I know some traders in the chat absolutely killed it. I know one guy said he made his whole yearly membership off the BEIMI call, so shout out to you, off the BEIMI trade. So yeah, incredible move today. Good opportunities on a lot of these trades. Heading into tomorrow, going to go into tomorrow with the same mindset. You're not going to get overly excited. Oh, I had a $2,000 day. I'm going to go into the every single day with the same mindset. Look for good quality setups. Focus on the setup. Don't focus on the P&L and how you did the day before. Whether you lost a lot of money the day before, or you made a lot of money. Go into the next day with the same mindset. Look for good quality setups, and the money will come. As long as you stick to your good setups, the money will come. And yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this recap. Looking forward for the remainder of the week. So far February. I like the action I saw today, and hopefully you get some more opportunities like this for the rest of the week. So, all right, guys, I think that's going to be it for this recap. Once again, if you guys are interested in joining, link in the description for a 7-day free trial. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the live stream. I'm out. Peace.